too much. The wood pin is good, but there's no grab. And then the Boar Nylon seems to be just perfect.
One of the things in Newfoundland is you want to keep the tail piece down. The little part right before the oil gland. It has a tendency to make a little bubble and not look very attractive, especially if the dog doesn't have a good tail set like this one does. I dry until there's no more crimp. That's when you know it's really dry. It's got texture to it. It's not too soft. You don't want a meat coat to be too soft. You don't want it to be too soft.
That's the problem with a lot of the shampoos is you have to bathe them and then wait a few days to show to get your texture back in. Whereas this one, you can bathe, blow dry, and walk right into the ring.
There are a few that, in the woolier coats, that you want to bathe a couple of days in advance and let that all calm down. Oh, I love this. It just does anything you want it to do.
You can see the texture. You don't even have to feel it.
Yeah, you can. And, oh, look at this. It feels so nice. And it's going the way it should go. I need to have just a little pull on the coat because I need to stretch my coat in place. It's sort of like setting your hair in curls, you know?
And that's one of the things I like about the Boar Nylon is that it does allow you to give just the right amount of grab on there. It doesn't rip coat out.
But there's no hair in there.
Yeah.
You can see that. There's absolutely none. If you look on the top.
Now I've seen a lot of other companies that have Boar Nylon, but they don't have the right number of boar. And that's what makes a big difference. It doesn't, you don't grab. So, you know, it's a fancy, beautiful brush, but this one is really a working brush.
Well, I have my Mason Pearson brushes. I like this better.
I like the hose on this dryer too. That's pretty heavy duty.
That is nice. Yeah, it's flexible enough that I can get it into places. I've had them so heavy I can't. This is one of the most important places to dry on a dog. Anything confined. If you don't get that dry, you're going to have house fire. I like this dryer because I can get the right thing.
This actually draws less electricity than a standard hand dryer. It's only 9.6 amps.
Wow.
Where a standard hand dryer is like 14 amps.
As a person who always blows all the circuits in every dog show he goes to, this is just the most amazing shampoo though, because it just comes out. The Newfoundland National Specialty I generally do, depending on the size of the national, I'll do between 60 and 85 dogs in a week.
Wow. That's a lot of good.
If they don't have the dog properly prepared, it's almost impossible to do a good job. Now there's no excuse. I don't think you could go wrong with this.
Yeah.
Let me turn this down a little bit.
Now fluff drying, you're using probably about maybe 4 or 5 amps right now.
Like with the dryers that don't have rheostats, you just got to take the whole thing right on the head, the ears. If you give the ear a twist it forward like this, now my ear canal is sealed.
Right.
You don't ever want to get air in your ear canal. On a new, this stuff is like cotton candy. God put it there for one purpose, to make mats. This actually has some texture.
Yeah.
That's not going to mat now. If you see a Newfie puppy running around the ring and it sits down and scratches its head,
It is a mat.
well, it's because the soft fuzz knotted into the collar, the choke collar, and it's almost impossible to keep from doing that on a puppy. And I think this may work.
Wow. I'm so excited about these new shampoos and conditioners. And
I'm excited too. The whole question is who do I tell first? You know, every year you want to come up with something new, something a little better for your clients. Boy, have I hit the mother load this time. Matter of fact, I've got my hairdresser using dog products now.
really?
She says she can't get any texture with the... And she uses excellent products, don't get me wrong, but she can get more texture and volume out of the stuff I use. But wait till she tries this. Look at the shine on it.
I know. Well,
Shine is
the shine
incredible.
on there is from being high on the acid side, so
Ah.
it's locking that cuticle down, and it's taking all the color in the cortex and just bouncing that out.
Well, that's good to know. That's stop breakage too.
Stop breakage, also eliminate or reduce the amount of mats.
So
you know.
how do you get the volume when you still have the cortex intact?
I've got a lot of things that are going inside and hydrating the coat, and I've got a lot of things working outside to protect the cortex, and they're all working simultaneously. Look at the volume we're getting on this pad. It's just
Incredible
absolutely
volume.
amazing.
And this is only about half dry.
Yeah.
Yours, as I said, takes forever.
A big part now, too, is being able to use a conditioner comfortably without having to worry about it weighing the coat down.
Grease, yeah.
Because the conditioner is such an important element of keeping the coat in great shape. When traditionally, it's just been all topical and it's weighed everything down, and it's like, and it attracts dirt and.
I've had people tell me that. Oh, here, use this. I put it on there and I said, oh, I got to bathe this dog before it goes
Yeah,
away.
exactly. Or it softens the coat.
Yes.
Where here we got
This is not soft. This is a lot of texture to it, and believe me, this is like cotton candy, and it's not anymore. It has texture to it. It's going to be incredible. This is not going to mat like it always does.
Right.
Frequently, we'll just take a blender and take this out because it mats so severely.
Now you don't have to.
Now we don't have to anymore. Well, we'll take some of it out to blend in with the neck, because you don't want this.
But at least you can do what you want and not
That's
have
true.
to. Yeah, so.
Well, always traditionally on puppies, we would just, and these ears are not greasy. Which is, usually I use straight Dawn on yours. I mean, I will use whatever I use on the rest of the dog and put straight Dawn on the ears.
Wow.
And I have not used any Dawn on these ears, and they aren't greasy. Which is incredible for me.
And the other thing is we didn't use a lot of shampoo.
No. Very little. What, a
No.
couple of tablespoons maybe? This is drying faster than usual. You don't ever dry a noof in under an hour.
Completely dry. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, again, that's one of the things it says on the label is faster drying times. And a Newfoundland is definitely a good test of that.
I'll go for faster drying time, man.
Yeah.
Especially in Florida in the summertime.
You know, one of the things that's great, that I think is great about a faster drying time is that the less time a dog has to spend on the table, the more energy it has in the ring.
Absolutely.
Another important thing on Newfies is those hocks. I mean, I see so many where coats all busted up on there. It just looks terrible.
Oh, definitely. Well, if you keep them on any kind of cement or rock, it just breaks off. You know, most of people think that a dog's bone is flat back here, but it's not. There's a little bump right about in the middle, and that tends to wear off the coat. That's one of the reasons why you need a very good conditioner to keep that from happening.
Yeah, where this one hydrates, it just soaks right in.
It does a lot of reconstructing, yes.
Yeah.
I like that.
That table's so smooth.
Yeah, I like it.